25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing very interesting people. Everyone who is anyone, both the famous and the infamous, from presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some great everyday people. They've all sat down for the star treatment. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to Jane Katz, a lifelong athlete and professional swim coach. Jane, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
And of course, you know I love your red, this being National Heart Month, so we are going red for women.
Perfect.
Absolutely. I am looking at a lifelong athlete. So right now, tell me, what is it that you'd like to talk about and let the world know about Jane Katz?
Thank you. When I was a little healthy baby, I would enjoy the water, mostly in a pool in the Lower East Side of New York. We'd go to the beach like Coney Island and anywhere. The big pool is what I would call the beach, etc. And that was wonderful. And early on, I started swimming very fast.
How early, Jane?
I had my first race at age 6. And my father, who nearly drowned, someone taught him. He was an engineer. After that, decided to hold free classes for 65 years in our local Y for nothing. Well, I was part of the team and the teaching team as well. Being the oldest of 4, we didn't have a choice, but it was a safety thing. It was great. And I continued doing so throughout high school, college, and beyond. But there was nothing for women then because Title IX was late in the 70s. I have been a professor of health and physical education, aquatics specifically, in many, many schools. It started with high school because I taught in the high school that I went to, Seward Park in Lower East Side. And then I went to Bronx Community College, the old NYU campus, for 25 years. And then have just recently finishing 30 years of teaching at John Jay College of Criminal Justice, teaching police, firefighters, people that need to know how to swim for their safety and for many others.
How interesting. Okay, now we're going to go back for just a little bit. You've taken me through a bit of your professional career, but what do you think has been your greatest professional accomplishment to date?
Early on, when I was 13, there was a program called the Maccabea Games. In Israel, people from all over the world, people of the Jewish faith who perhaps had not had the opportunity to go to Israel, got to go and met other people who were the same faith. And they are lifelong friends, and that's the way we continue staying in touch with each other. Every competition is also in masters. As I have grown older, I see every 4 years this competition, and in a 5-year age group. So I'm in the 75 to 80 age group now, so it's pretty up there. And it doesn't matter. The water is still there. It is the great equalizer. It is democratic, and it works for everybody.
As we talk about your professional life, let me ask a couple of personal questions. What else would you like people to know about you?
Where I've taught and where I've grown up, it is a United Nations. People are younger, they're older, they're fit, they're not fit. They're of all the colors of the rainbow.
I sense this great passion, and it's been my experience that there's always a kickoff point. So, Jane, what was the big break that led to you to work in this field?
When I was a teenager, I wanted to write a book. Now, why did I want to write a book? Because everybody would say, well, tell me how to swim. In 1981, Swimming for Total Fitness, Doubleday, 40 years of writing, teaching swimming, doing updates on that and 15 other books about swimming, exercise, fun, injuries, etc. continues.
I'm curious, can you take me through your educational background?
Absolutely. From Seward Park High School across the street at Grand and Essex Street, Houston Street, Lower East Side, I went to CCNY, City College. 4 years of CCNY. After that, I went right to NYU for my one of my masters in health, physical education, organization administration. Well, then I continued to TC, Teachers College.
Who are some of your personal inspirations?
Well, in swimming, Johnny Weissmuller and Buster Crabbe were fantastic.
What would you like to pass on to future generations?
I think that the future generation of every class, as they did years ago in pools, is to make sure everybody would learn to swim.
Jane, I love having conversations with my fellow listees at Marquee Who's Who. But what does being a Marquee Who's Who listee mean to you?
It's very important to be part of this fantastic club of people who are interested and interesting. And that doesn't always go together. It's also very, very important to share what you do and give it willingly, because people say, well, I can't tell anyone about it. Well, then no one knows about it. It is fantastic, and I hope that that will continue.
Thank you very much, Jane.
Thank you.
That was Jane Katz, and I'm Star Jones from Marquee Who's Who, profiling the leaders of American society, men and women who are contributing to our nation's development and achievement.